distinguished guests, students, members of the Board of Trustees, Academy colleagues, family, friends, and the graduates of Cushing Academy, class of 2021. Welcome. Let's give them a round of applause. Also, welcome to all of our graduates and their families joining us today via live stream. Please be seated. I would like to officially open the 146th Commencement Exercises at Cushing Academy so that we all may share in the excitement and importance in the class of 2021's academic achievement. Today is a celebration of this remarkable class of graduates, including artists, scientists, writers, athletes, performers, and musicians, all of whom will be future leaders in their own way and make contributions that improve the lives of others. Congratulations to the class of 2021 on achieving this milestone, despite the challenges you faced during this extraordinary time. Let's give this group another round of applause. I would like to ask the Cushing faculty and staff to please stand. Sure. This was an incredible year full of challenges. The Academy is fortunate to have highly dedicated and caring faculty and staff who have met every challenge, went above and beyond, and maintained the highest level of academic excellence possible in a caring and supportive environment. Class of 2021, you have been partners with these outstanding teachers and mentors throughout your time here at Cushing as they led you on your journey to becoming wiser and kinder people. They are the individuals you love to make laugh, those who provided you the space to talk. You hated to disappoint them, and you were proud when they paid you a compliment. Other special members of our campus community joining us today worked tirelessly behind the scenes, most especially in this last year, to make sure you were always safe, healthy, well-fed, and happy on campus. Let us recognize and thank all these professionals who have helped shape your life as a Cushing student by giving them a big round of applause. Please be seated. Also joining us today are your families who support, love, and care for you every day and who made your journey through Cushing and achieving your diploma today possible. Graduates, please join me in thanking your family and friends who are sharing this special day with you, whether in person or via live stream, with a round of applause. Founded more than 150 years ago, Cushing Academy has witnessed some of the most significant events in history. While always aware of the events happening beyond, generations of students like you have taken comfort in the closeness of the Cushing campus during times of strife in the world around us. The events of the outside world do loom large for students and shape how we learn and live on campus and who students become. This has previously happened during this country's major events, economic booms, and periods of social unrest. The Cushing community has seen world wars, the Great Depression, the Civil Rights Movement, the Vietnam Draft, the fall of the Berlin Wall, and more than 100 years ago, a pandemic that shuttered the school for 2 weeks. For this class, it has been a pandemic-gripping world, which tested the strength of our community, our resolve, and the Cushing spirit. And within this period of hardship, we have also seen a racial reckoning unique to this moment in time. I am proud to say that we have risen to the challenges we have faced in this time of global uncertainty and division and took heart and action the profound importance of understanding and perseverance as we came together to build a more understanding and inclusive community. Here's what I'm most proud of. During the last year, we looked out for one another. We supported for one another. We checked in with each other. We abided by the health guidelines for each other and the Penguin Promise. and I asked you to consider during convocation, we were kind to one another, despite the stresses and tensions around us. Thank you. And now, here we are, gathered to honor the class of 2021 in front of their families and friends for the culminating ceremony of a year, which unfortunately saw few of the Cushing traditions we know and cherish. Along with the exemplary academic, artistic, and athletic experiences at schools like Cushing, rituals are an important part of life on campus that help us bond and create lasting memories. However, because of the global health situation, we had to cancel or modify some of those rituals this year, including our annual holiday stroll with its performances, food, and decorating, Pink the Rink, when we show our support for breast cancer awareness, the all-school handshake, enough said there, our fall sports season, partial winter season, and modified spring athletic schedule, and our all-school mountain day, which this group did get just a few days ago. But even though we lost these important events, we found a way to celebrate the end of this year and your accomplishments. And you have all gained a unique experience that will forever bind this class. Years from now, when you meet a fellow Cushing alum and they find out what year you graduated, they will say, "Oh, you were part of that class. Wow." And they'll want to know all about it. That story is now yours to tell. Even though you will stand out as a class because of the historic circumstances you experienced, you will still have something very much in common with every other person from every other class that's been on this campus, and that's Cushing Academy. As I said to the student body during convocation, and I was focusing on this group of seniors, while the pandemic made this year a totally different Cushing experience, COVID or not, it is ultimately Cushing Academy that has changed you and prepared you to make an impact in the world. This tradition of excellence here is reflected in our alumni, who are academicians, Olympians, professional artists, athletes, philanthropists, entrepreneurs, a sitting monarch, and many, many others who are doing their part to improve the world in every walk of life. And I have every confidence that you will also improve the world and continue your own personal growth and be the leaders we need today and into the future. The faculty and staff of Cushing are enormously proud of you, class of 2021. We watched you grow academically and intellectually and mature into thoughtful, good, and kind young adults. And over the last year, we've been especially proud of the way you rose to the challenges and changes caused by world events and earned the diploma you are about to receive today. In doing so, you have made a substantial contribution to more than a century and a half of Penguin pride. Each year at commencement, I ask graduates to take one more look at campus, and it won't be your last because I know you'll be back. But before you go today, take a peek and see these buildings as representing what went on inside of them and how it changed you. I would also ask that you look at the clock at the main building and think about how it has marked the hours through all of the history that have occurred under its watch for more than a century. And then think of the minutes and even seconds it marked during your transformation here at Cushing. For me, as that clock kept time over the past year, I remember our unusual arrival in August 275 days ago. How about that? The first few weeks of school adjusting to campus life amidst a pandemic that we all hoped would end in a few months, that 13-week fall stretch, an online winterim, a bit of a rocky re-entry period after the holidays, but it's tough to keep a penguin down as we rallied and had a strong end to winter and returned from spring break that we added to the schedule, which I know was a highlight to the year. At convocation, I also asked you to consider that what defines your life is not what happens to you, but more so how you respond to the events occurring around you. And then take action motivated by kindness, compassion, and your desire to improve the lived experiences of those around you. And the best way to do this is by understanding who you are and remembering what you stand for. and then responding in an authentic and kind way. It's really that simple. The Cushing faculty and staff and I will watch your progress and success from campus with great interest, so please always keep us informed. And I also ask that you keep Cushing Academy in your hearts and minds as you move ahead, succeed, and continue to grow into the kind and thoughtful leaders our world so desperately needs. Congratulations and best of luck, class of 2021. I would now like to ask Mr. Robert Johnson to join me on the podium. Known as Silver Penguins, our longest-serving faculty members are at the heart of our community. This year, we celebrate and thank Robert F. Johnson, known to all as Bob, who retired last July following 46 years of distinguished teaching and dedicated leadership as longtime chair of the Visual Arts Department. Bob, you joined Cushing Academy in 1974 with a mandate from Headmaster Joseph Curry to build a strong program. An exceptionally talented artist with original paintings in collections around the world and a natural teacher, you exceeded that goal in every way, creating a program with an international reputation for excellence. A beloved mentor, you have shared the joy of art with your students, opening new worlds and transforming lives, and for this, you were honored with the Lilla M. Pond, class of 1936, endowed faculty chair. Cushing has been family in every sense of the word, as your wife Carolyn was a longtime faculty member before her own retirement, and your daughters Annika, class of 1991, and Elizabeth, class of 1992, are both proud Penguins. Today, we honor your immeasurable impact on Cushing and on countless students. Having earned the respect and admiration for all, your dedication and devotion to this community make it only fitting that you be forever recognized as an honorary member of the class of 2021. Let's give Bob a big round of applause. It is a great pleasure to welcome back and honor Alita Hateyan Guillen, class of 1988, as the 2021 recipient of the Cushing Academy Leadership Award and as our commencement speaker. Established in 2010, this award honors exemplary leadership through personal and professional accomplishments and contributions to society. An Emmy award-winning journalist and television host, inventor, founder, podcaster, All-American Division I athlete and mother, Alita has achieved distinction in each of these realms. She grew up in nearby Lincoln, Massachusetts, and kindled her journalism and athletic careers at Cushing, where she played soccer, basketball, and lacrosse, earning 11 varsity letters out of a possible 12 over her 4 years here. Her leadership was evident across campus, including as co-captain of many teams, sophomore class president, and proctor. Alita earned her bachelor's degree at the University of New Hampshire, where she led the women's lacrosse team to the NCAA Division I Final Four championship and achieved All-American honors. She then earned her master's in broadcast journalism from the University of Miami. She spent her television journalism career covering national and international issues and topics, including the Supreme Court, Super Bowl, the World Series, NASA, and one-on-one interviews with US presidents. Today, as one of the top communication advisors and talent coaches in Los Angeles, Alita works with clients ranging from executives at Fortune 100 companies to professional athletes, authors, and entrepreneurs, maximizing their communication performance. She is also an entrepreneur, having founded several successful businesses and she holds a patent for product design. Having worked in Boston, Chicago, and Miami, Alita currently resides in Los Angeles with her husband and 3 children. As I shared with Alita prior to this morning's ceremony, the Leadership Award is represented by a Cushing chair, which will be shipped to her home in California. Alita, we are proud of your many contributions to your profession and your community. Congratulations. Please welcome our commencement speaker, Alita Heteyan Guillen, class of 1988.
Wow, thank you. With all he said, I either did a lot or I'm just old. I'm kind of thinking it might be the later one. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Congratulations, all you Penguins, class of 2021. Yes. I am so honored to be here today with you in person. I mean, that to me is just such a big deal. I want to thank Dr. Burton for inviting me and thank Cushing Academy for honoring me with their Leadership Award. I feel very connected to all of you as a parent and as a Penguin, although I'm feeling a little out of the loop because there's some handshake that I don't know about, so I'm hoping some of you will share that with me later. But I'm connected to you because last year my son graduated in the middle of COVID, and he graduated from a high school in Los Angeles in a drive-by ceremony and got his diploma with a selfie stick and then jumped out of the car and took a picture with a life-size cutout of his headmaster. So I see Dr. Randy right here in person, so I think we are making great progress already. So high school graduation, it is such an exciting time. When Dr. Burton asked me to speak today, I immediately began searching for a video of the commencement speech from my graduation. Not to your surprise, I couldn't find it. It is not on YouTube or anywhere on the internet. I also realized that I don't have a single selfie from my graduation day. In 1988, we had no cell phones, no email, no internet, no Grubhub, no social media. I know you've heard all that before, but honestly, I'm thinking about it now, and I have no idea how we survived. We got our information from newspapers that were actually printed on real paper, which would leave our fingers and our hands dirty with all that black ink. The parents are like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. CNN had just launched, and for the first time, we had news in real time, 24 hours a day, on one cable station. One cable station. In 1991, CNN allowed us to see for the first time a live account of an ongoing war. The whole country watched as live missiles and bombs lit up the night sky over Baghdad during the first Gulf War. That was the world from my time. You had a very different kind of war this past year. Your war was also reported live 24/7, but it wasn't fought in a faraway land by professional soldiers. Your war was fought by everyone, everywhere, all of you. Last year, most of us were stuck at home or in your dorms. Feelings of helplessness and being cheated out of a normal year were all common feelings. Sometimes it felt like nothing happened, like we lost that entire year. But the truth is that even among those slow days, there were actually massive changes. We embraced Zoom, progressed the national conversation about race, elected for the first time in our history a female vice president, and witnessed the fastest invention and rollout of a major vaccine ever, saving millions of lives. How many times did we say, what else in this year, both personally and on a global scale? And then remember the murder hornets? Yeah, let's hope those are gone. We'll not talk about that today. So it has been a historic and mind-blowing year, and it is almost behind us, let's hope. But the changes that came with it are here to stay, and we can count on more change. The changes from my time were significant, but what happens in your time will be grand. If there is one constant that your generation has to embrace like no other before, it is change. In my experience, the best tool to deal with change is curiosity. Curiosity is your secret weapon. Curiosity is a desire to know and to learn. Asking questions is the only way for you to grow. My father immigrated to this country in 1954. He studied engineering and became an entrepreneur. As the youngest of 4 siblings who all ended up working for the family business, it seemed natural for me after college to go to business school and to join the family business. I filled out all my applications. We did that in pen on a piece of paper and put it in the mailbox. You guys know nothing about that. So I filled out those applications and I went to the post office to drop the applications off. And on my way there, I asked myself, what is it about business that I cared about? Not much came to me. There was a trash can next to the mailbox and I threw my applications right into that trash can. I never even applied. There was nothing wrong with business school, but it didn't satisfy my thirst for learning. I wanted to meet interesting people, travel the world. I wanted to tell stories. I wanted to be a journalist just like those people I had seen covering the war. I loved the idea of learning something new every day. I had no contacts in the world of journalism, but I found an internship at a talk radio station with a news division in Boston. One of my first days there, I met the main news anchor who became my mentor and my professor of curiosity. The first thing he asked me to do was to read the same story in 2 different newspapers with opposite points of view, the Boston Herald and the Boston Globe. You should try that sometime. It is such an interesting exercise. I remember the stories were so different. It was the perfect introduction in how perspective influences storytelling. And it really taught me to question all the information that comes my way, something that has come in very handy recently. Also, while interning at this radio station, my mentor asked me to do something. There was an epic snowstorm on its way, and he asked me to call the mayor of Boston and ask him some questions about the storm coming our way. Well, I was 23 years old with no experience in journalism, and my stomach fell to the floor. Me talked to the mayor of Boston, Mayor Menino. I don't know if any of you remember him, but he was a larger-than-life figure, and he was known to mumble. Yeah. What if I didn't understand him? I was pretty scared, but I called City Hall, got the mayor on the phone, and I asked him what he planned to do with all that snow heading for the city. And that question led to another question and another question. And before I knew it, we were having a conversation. And I became a journalist. My curiosity kept growing, and I kept asking questions, covering events like the Super Bowl and the Supreme Court. With time, I learned to use this secret weapon, curiosity, to pay attention to the things that are less visible, the nuances that run deeper and are much more important. When I got the chance to interview President Obama, I was excited and nervous. I asked him questions about policy and whatever news story was running through Washington, D.C. at the time. But what I was really curious about was the man, Barack Obama. So I forced myself to stay present and pay attention to the details. Who was he behind the scenes, away from the podium? I don't remember what we talked about. I don't remember his answers to any of my questions. But I do remember from meeting him was what he asked and what he did in the room. He asked questions to every single person in the room, questions about their family, pets, sports. He was making connections because he was genuinely curious. I have used this secret weapon to travel, to build a family, to reinvent myself throughout my career, and many times to guide me through adversity. Asking questions will allow you to dig into answers that will lead you to make choices. Choices about who you really are, and more importantly, who you want to be. Graduating from Cushing Academy has prepared you for an ever-changing world. It has prepared you intellectually and emotionally. It has given you the confidence to make a difference in whatever path you choose. You will make new friends, and you will have new experiences. You are ready. You will cross many people in your life. Some may challenge you in ways you don't expect. You will learn from every good job and every bad job. You will learn from every helpful boss and every unhelpful colleague. Lean into all of these moments. This is a part of becoming a lifelong learner. As you forge your own path, don't forget that you have a secret weapon. So be strong, be kind, and be curious. Thank you.
Thank you. Many members of our graduating class were among the award recipients honored at our awards ceremony last Saturday, and their names are printed in your program. I will now present the Class of 2021 awards that are reserved each year for presentation at the graduation ceremony. Before we begin, I would like to announce a few points of order. First, for the graduating class, if your name is called, please come up to the platform on the stairs to your left, my right, and exit to my left, your right. Families, when your graduate is called to receive an award or diploma, a photograph will be taken by a professional photographer who will be in contact with you in a few weeks with personalized photos. Finally, because we are live streaming graduation and in compliance with state restrictions, we ask that you please stay in your seat during the ceremony. Thank you. And now for the Class of 2021 graduation awards. The Holden Class of 1888 prizes are given in honor of William and Eliza Holden, both of whom truly exemplified the characteristics of loyalty and friendliness. We have two deserving recipients for this prize, Abdul Qadir and Nicholas Lynch. The Pliny A. Boyd Class of 1894 prizes are given to two members of the graduating class who have demonstrated the best spirit of general helpfulness and have had the best citizenship record during the current school year. The very worthy recipients this year are Michael Burton and Cooper Cayazzo. The Eaton Class of 1900 and Dunn Class of 1899 prizes. The Eaton and Dunn families are synonymous with service to this academy as exemplified by Alice Eaton Dunn and Frederick J. Dunn, both of the Class of 1899, as well as Lillian Eaton, Class of 1900. Mr. Dunn was a longtime trustee and board president, and Miss Eaton taught at Cushing Academy for 30 years. This award goes to two students who have rendered the finest service to the academy during the current academic year. The recipients this year are Abigail Boudreau and Harry Harmon. The Senator Marcus A. Coolidge Award was established to honor Senator Coolidge's leadership as mayor of Fitchburg, a United States senator, and a trustee and board president of Cushing Academy for 28 years. This award is presented annually to the president of the Academy's student government, to highlight the importance of leadership in politics and government as exemplified by the senator's career. We have very deserving co-presidents, Riley Carr and Karabo Mohammed. The Deborah Evans Class of 1974 Award is given in memory of a young woman whose dedication to life was limitless, whose spirit brightened every facet of our school, whose warmth and concern touched everyone, and whose presence and vitality have become a cherished part of our academy. The Deborah Evans Class of 1974 Award is Riley Carr. I would now like to invite Mr. Joseph Marzilli, Chair of the Board of Trustees, to join me in presenting the Pliny A. Boyd 1894 Award and the Webster Moulton 1944 Award, recognizing the highest character and finest contributions to our community. Joe?
Thank you, Randy, and congratulations to everyone. Established in 1929 and once known as the Trinity Prize, the Pliny A. Boyd 1894 Award is given to that student who has demonstrated the highest character and ideals, and through them has exerted the greatest influence in all areas of school life. The recipient has earned the utmost respect from fellow students, faculty alike, and by vote of the faculty, the Pliny A. Boyd 1894 Award recipient for 2021 is Bari Sarah Tuka. And I'll give you a award. The Webster Moulton 1944 Award was first given in 1945 in memory of a boy who greatly loved this school. Though stricken with illness while a student at Cushing, Webster Moulton set an example of courage, cheerfulness. He was a capable student and athlete. He found joy in helping others and in participating in the activities of our school. This award goes to that senior who most nearly emulates the standards of character, academic achievement, and general promise demonstrated by Webster Moulton. By vote of the faculty, the Webster Moulton 1944 Award recipient for 2021 is Karabo Mohammed.
The Alumni Salutatorian Award. The Salutatorian has the honor of having attained the second highest cumulative average in the graduating class. This year, the class of 2021 Salutatorian is Eva Lee. Congratulations, Eva. Eva's a remote student, so congratulations, Eva. The Josephine Vino Cook 1933 Valedictorian Award. The rare distinction of leading one's class academically is achieved through the pursuit of excellence, outstanding scholarship, curiosity, creativity, perseverance, and a passion for learning. The honor of leading the class of 2021 has been earned by Clinton Yu. At this time, I welcome the valedictorian of the class of 2021, Clinton Yu, to give his valedictory address. Clinton?
Hello? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Is it possible to sum up all of the work we have done for the past 4 years in a speech? Can all that we have accomplished really be fully understood by a college admissions letter telling us if what we have done is enough? Today, we get to leave those questions behind, as we are here to celebrate what we have accomplished. Seniors, you should be proud of yourself and be ready to share this happiness with your families and friends. Before I start, I would like to give 2 quick shout outs to my friends. The first one is to Warren Hui, who's sitting right there. Warren's mom, wherever you are, just know that your son is a great person and it is my absolute pleasure to be his friend. The second shout out is to Danny Wan, who is also graduating today. Danny is my best friend slash bro slash roommate, and even though he's not here with us today, I know he will be having fun watching the live stream. What's up, Danny? All right, back to the speech. Hi, everyone. To start off, I would like to thank all the seniors and PGs, faculty members, remote students, families, and distinguished guests for participating in the 146th commencement of Cushing Academy. Though my parents are attending the ceremony remotely from China rather than joining us here on campus, I would like to thank them as well. My name is Clinton Yu. Yes, my parents actually named me after the 42nd President of the United States, Bill Clinton. My parents wanted me to take my presidential name and strive for greatness, whether it's daily acts of kindness, like holding doors for other people, or becoming a world leader like my namesake. I used to tell them that they were crazy for putting so much hope in me. But today, as I stand here with the class of 2021, I just want to thank them both for teaching me how to stay on top of my work and how to dedicate myself to reach for success. Today, I wish to talk about the one thing that I, throughout my 4 years in high school, have always deemed as the most important, to become the best version of myself. When I enrolled in Cushing Academy as a sophomore, I immediately felt out of place. Most people seem to have already formed their own friend circles, and I had never even been on campus. And I was telling myself, this school will not be the place for me. Luckily, the people here were welcoming and inclusive. I was able to make friends within the first week, and I was also able to rely on the teachers for any problems I had. During my sophomore year, I was fortunate to have encountered a number of amazing people who taught me how to adapt and immerse myself into this new community. One of these people who I think of as being absolutely brilliant is Jenny Wu, who was a senior at the time. She was one of the first people who saw potential in me and encouraged me to believe in myself. ' She told me that even though working hard towards my goals might not guarantee success, it was always worth the effort. When she graduated, she left me with a Shakespeare quote which I have embraced fully. It says, "To thine own self be true." Ever since then, I made sure to never forget about the person I envisioned to be on that first day. By the end of my sophomore year, I reflected on how amazing the past year had been and knew that Cushing was just the right place for me. I was looking forward to junior year, thinking about how I could move from Loho into the fancy Sanborn house with its single rooms and its reputation as the resort on campus. I was also fascinated by just how much more freedom I could get by being an upperclassman. And then junior year. As it turned out, not only was I not moving into Sanborn, I was in fact moving into the not so new or fancy and definitely double rooms Sawyer Hopkins Hall. Sawyer. But still, the importance of the building soon faded, as I was so glad that I could live with my best friend. Life in general had been fun. I remember hanging out with my friends in the second floor common room while eating deliveries from Yakusawa down the street, or sneaking into the shower after being tucked into our rooms for lights out. But being a junior, it wasn't entirely fun. I remember just getting overwhelmed by the workload of AP classes, staying up all night trying to finish Ms. Cerrone's guided notes, going over equations to prepare for Mr. Shableka's pop quizzes, and attempting to memorize an entire book for Mr. Bala's reading quizzes. Up to that point, junior year had been a balance of fun with friends and academic grind. And then COVID hit. And that feeling of displacement that dissipated quickly when I arrived at Cushing returned. After I left the school in March, I moved into a small, stark studio apartment in Brooklyn, New York. It seemed at first much like the setup I initially envisioned, living in a Sanborn single. But I had no idea that I would spend the next 14 months trapped in that one tiny isolated room. Without my friends and the feeling of a community, not only did I feel lonely on a regular basis, but also it seems like I had forgotten how to socialize with people. Senior year. By that time, I had completely gotten used to being a remote learner. And I believe every senior here today has had the same experience. In the early weeks, I would still get dressed up, have breakfast, and attend the 8:30 class as usual. And then before I realized it, I was attending class while lying in bed. In the end, 8:30 class was more voluntary than mandatory. If I have to sum up my experience as a remote learner, it is that I was striving to achieve my best self while often battling the worst of myself. The biggest motivator for me was keeping my eyes on my college applications. No matter how many schools we applied to, the misery and pressure was something we all shared. Brainstorming essays for days and writing up to 7 drafts, uploading them just before the application portal closed, and in the end, only to receive an anticlimactic message saying submitted. By the time all college applications were due, we entered the even more terrifying phase of waiting for results. It still feels strange to me how all of our hard work for the past 4 years came back to us in the form of a letter, saying yes, no, or maybe. Senior year was not like any other year. This year, we learned how to keep grinding despite suffering from senioritis. We learned how to take joy when we got accepted into college, and we learned how to absorb the pain when we got rejected. By the beginning of this journey, we started off as newbies, as inexperienced freshman kids who didn't give a damn about skipping classes and got conduct points for either swearing or missing brunch check-ins. By the end of this journey, we have all become the better, more mature, and successful versions of ourselves. And by being here today with all of you, I think it's safe to say that we've all accomplished our own versions of greatness. While we should feel proud of ourselves for making this far, we should also take this chance to reflect and realize how everything could not be possible without the help of the special people in our lives. And since I didn't get the chance to participate in the capping ceremony, I would like to use this opportunity to thank a faculty member who seriously impacted my experience on campus. She was my junior year history teacher, my senior year history teacher, my dorm parent, and my advisor. It took some time before I felt comfortable enough to call the academy my home. But when this teacher expressed her love and care for me, especially with those delicious Tuesday night brownies, I, for the first time, felt like I was at home. Outside of school, she also made my life less tedious by Zooming with me and keeping me updated with all of the interesting stuff happening on campus. Ms. Cerrone, thank you so much for everything you have done. Today is a day that shall be remembered dearly by all of us. Today is a day of celebration. And to that point, I just have one last thing to say. Congratulations, the class of 2021. We out.
Great job. Would you stand on the X? I'll give you your notes. Seniors, are you ready? All right. I now invite Mr. Rajabala to the stage to assist in the awarding of the diplomas.
Nicholas Daniel Lynch. Abdul Kadir. Adibadi Majid Adiosan. Salom Jojo Agbimajo. Mary O. Agedo. Ava Lee Alioto. Amelia Claire Arthur. James Michael Baroni. Joseph John Beauregard. Michael R. Burton. Anthony Joseph Bissardi. Jaden Bobbitt. Victor Carvalho Borges. Abigail May Boudreau. Alexis Nicole Browell. Ingshu Tsai. Christopher M. Kane. Cooper William Cayozo. Michael Ryan Campbell. Riley E. Carr. Yanis Tadeo Cassis. Sei Shuang Chen. Sylvia Ruth Chesson. Jeffrey Chung. Fong Phuc Nam Chu. Julia Antoinette Cole. Jared Coyne. Laura Dang. Jacques Nicholas Demesman. Sejal Colleen Desai. Ethan James Dixon. Juan Simon Dominguez Delgado. Kamsi Marie Echiozo. Andrew Efremov. Rafael Torres Faria. Theodore N. Galazomatis. Edward John Green. Lucas Jacob Gustafson. Catherine Immocolata Hammond. Harry Edward Harmon. Jacob Hartman. Nolan Adam Hayes. Gonha Hong. Maxwell Patrick Horgan. Chiaosin Huang. Kun Hei Warren Hoy. Ava Louise Humler. Christopher David Johnson. Cole Christopher Johnston. Daniel Alexander Kim. Naka Kondo. Stephen B. Corian. Zachary Daniel Kugler. Wataru Kurihara. Richard John Lavallee III. Brian Michael LeMay. Ron Lee. Jin Lee. William Amerigo Leah. Yi Shin Luo. Molly M. Mahoney. Ethan Charles Manning. Becca Ann Martin. Chloe Elizabeth Martin. Dylan Christopher Miller. Aaron Michael Montigny. Karabo Amir Muhammad. Liam P. Munhall. Caleb Jake Nelson. Hey Yun Oh. Yimo Billy Pan. Podi Preachanant. Jack Richard Curion. Landon David Rabel. Joanne Ramirez. Harrison Christopher Redkey. Tae-young Roe. Nyla Amani Rodriguez. Erin Nicole Rutherford. David Evan Saland. Evangeline Mayo Sanford. Aiden Guy Saxton. Daniel Joseph Sheeran. Jianing Shea. Jirapud Tantaponganant. Fitinan Tantiponganant. Roberto Jamie Trapaga. Barisere Favor Tuca. Michael John Vecchioni III. Shay Ann Verrier. Anna Valela. Jayamu Huang. Yi Zhe Wang. Zhe Song Huang. Ziqin Huang. Max Wasserstein. Brandon Alexander Wilkins. Alyssa Kate Wirinen. Paige Natasha Wodarski. Zhuang Wu. Clinton Yu. Anna Balin Zaragoza. Shane Salvatore Zarconi. Cheong Zhang. Ayu Shin Zhu. Anna Zueva.
Thank you, Mr. Bala. Graduates, please rise. Parents, family, friends, and all members of the Cushing community, it is my honor and privilege to present to you the Cushing Academy class of 2021. Congratulations. Please be seated. I would now like to officially close these 146th commencement exercises. As a final point of order, and I very much look forward to not having to say this next year, I remind you that due to Massachusetts state guidelines that we are operating under today, we must ask that you depart campus within half an hour. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation. Yeah, sorry. All right, good job. You've been doing it all year. Thank you. Many of you know that commencement traditionally ends with senior class handshake with faculty, and though we are not able to conduct the handshake this year, the faculty and I have had the opportunity over the last few days to spend time with this class preparing for this farewell. Know that each of you leave today with our respect and our sincere wishes for all the best in your next chapters and beyond. Remember, you are always a Penguin. We look forward to welcoming you back to campus often as alumni. Congratulations. Please rise.